challenges that our young men are having on campuses, really trying to graduate. There's a lot of focus on graduating from high school, but if you look at the graduation rates from our colleges, it's pretty disappointing and dismal. I know of some colleges in our area that have graduation rates over 6 years for a 4-year program that are as low as 17%. We're looking to bring young people together, help them develop strategies and skills, and support each other to make sure that they don't leave any of their buddies behind in terms of accomplishing their task of graduating. We have a variety of focuses also. I would say the pillars for our organization are mentoring, education, economic empowerment, and health and wellness. Now, that spreads us kind of thin, but we support the health and wellness through various efforts in supporting, health screenings, like American Cancer Society, working closely with the Red Cross, and education. Where we have several schools that we're in where we connect with the children and support the teachers. We have a vision program where we work with lens crafters, and they have something they do every year called Hometown Day, where they select organizations to connect with schools and find children that need glasses, mostly elementary school kids. We provide the transportation, get the kids to the stores, and then lens crafters get some glasses. So a lot of things that we do that we're very proud of, and I'm really happy to be a part of. One of the things that I'm finding in the community, education reform is good, and we need to stay focused on that, but that's half of the equation. We're reforming the systems. We're trying to give our principals and teachers better leadership and training to get the job done. But we have to also look at the other side of the equation, and that's our young people that are in school. And what I believe we need to do there is it's up to us to inspire them to want an education. Because when you have somebody that wants an education, a mediocre school system is nothing but a speed bump to them getting to where they want to be. We want them to be able to look at a library and see gold mine. Not a building with a bunch of books, but literally a gold mine. So we have to do a lot, I believe, on that side of the equation to inspire and help them develop purpose, creativity, that's what employers are looking for now. I'm from Baltimore, and went through Baltimore City Public Schools. I also attribute the arts programs in Baltimore, especially instrumental music and band, to really helping me develop a lot of skills that I didn't learn in school and didn't learn anywhere else. From teamwork to leadership to inspiration and collaborating with a bunch of folks to produce something beautiful. And those are the kinds of skills that are really in demand today, on top of the basic stuff that we have to learn. I retired from IBM after 32 years, and now I'm a full-time volunteer. Do some consulting every now and then, but primarily in the community working full-time. And how I got there was really having a dream and coming up with a strategy to realize that dream and executing on that strategy. Every opportunity, taking every opportunity to learn and also to read. We're standing in a library. Like I said, this is a gold mine for me. I could be in here all day going through books. I cheat a little bit. I don't call it cheating really, but I listen to books when I'm working out of driving. So it's really about what lifelong learning and building that knowledge so that you will be able to achieve all that you want. A viewing of the movie Misrepresentation that basically talks about really how media and really the world mistreats women. And I think I saw some of the trailers from it. It looks like a very powerful film, and I think it sends a message that we all need to listen to. And because just the way women are treated as objects in videos and how women are being treated is really a problem. So Civic Frame and Amplify Baltimore is sponsoring this event, and my hat's off to April Yvonne Garrett, and I'm glad she put this together.
The media is the message and the messenger, and increasingly a powerful one.
People learn more from media than any other single source of information. So if we want to understand what's going on in our society in the 21st century, we have to understand media. If you think about
As a lot of you know, I've been running my nonprofit for 10 years as of next year, and it has not been easy, especially in these economic times, and the way we survive is by the support we get from others, and I see so much of that support in each individual in this room and so many other people who are standing for me and praying for me, and I just feel really grateful, so I wanted to tell you all that before we start, so thank you. Love you guys. Extraordinary panelists today. Like I said, half the fun of what this calling has allowed me to do is to dream really big about how to shape conversations about things that strike me as important, but I also know that it's important for us to have people who really are passionate, committed, and studied about these things. And the folks that you're going to talk to today are all walking sort of witnesses of this work. So I'm going to invite them to the stage. We have Rhonda English. Rhonda's the residential operations supervisor of My Sister's Place Lodge. My Sister's Place Lodge is a division of Catholic Charities, and she works with women who are in transitional housing, and
We've seen an episode or two about some violent thing involving some type of drug and then some kid in the corner. Well, I've actually lived several of those moments and having to leave children in corners because CPS may not have been available, Child Protective Services, and they're left there hungry, confused, mistreated, right? So then I'll move you forward to a few years ago when I met a couple of 12 and 13-year-olds. Not so much in a corner, but still as confused, as unknowingly being abused and manipulated. But because their standards have been lowered so much by what their parents have shown them, by what the community shows them, and what our schools allow, what our leadership enables, we are still leaving them in a corner, I realized. I remember handling a rape case where we had taken a young lady into our interview room and we left her parents out front. That was the standard. You don't necessarily talk to a young person in the presence of their parents because you may not get all the information you need. So when I left the parents, they take care of my child. She's been through so much. Before this happened, she was a virgin. When I took her into the room and had a conversation with this young child, it's not some magic that we did, it's just a conversation. I realized that she wasn't a virgin. She was actually very sexually active. And the day that she was sexually assaulted, she left her home. Her parents thought to go to school, but she actually played hooky to go be with her boyfriend. Unfortunately, when she got to her boyfriend's house, she not only had to have sex with him, but she had to have sex with him and all of his friends before she could leave. Yes, she was sexually assaulted. Yes, she was victimized. However, the level of understanding with her parents and the level of just a disconnection leads me a few years forward. So now here we are, and not only are our young people being exposed to so much sexual images and so much violence, and not only do they not have a clue about who they are, our adults don't necessarily have a clue about who they are. So how can we talk to them about how to make proper decisions if we don't know who we're speaking to, right? So how can we, the leaders of the community, tell the community how to help themselves and their young people if we ourselves don't have a clue about what's going on?
My name's Raymond Lucas, and as the other gentleman said, he said, I'm sorry, and I'll have to say, it's embarrassing to me as a man who has so many very, very important women in my life that are responsible for my success and a lot of, helping me be who I am today. It takes a lot of courage for a guy to come to something like this. And that comes from the women that are still in my life right now. I have a 28-year-old daughter and a wonderful wife. And, so for me, it's embarrassing. And, we have to speak up when we see those things. And we also have to be role models in our behavior because just as, I can't remember how Dr. Edelman put it.
You can't be what you cannot see.
Yeah, you can't be what you cannot see. The motto for our organization, 100 Black Men, is
successful.